Hi, my name is Janossy. I'm the author of this workbook, and I'm just making this short video to welcome you to this different, actually new and different form of online learning. I've taught at DePaul for many years. In fact, it's approaching 3 decades, and most of that time I taught in the classroom. However, with the advent of some marvelous new tools on the web, it's possible to teach a course actually even better online than it is in the classroom. Not all classes. Some classes actually do demand in-class time, either in a lab or in a group setting. However, those classes tend to be the ones that are in the upper undergraduate or graduate classes. The course you're taking here, GPH 205, Historical Foundations of Visual Technology, is very well suited to online learning. You're going to learn a lot of things, primarily out of a textbook in my lectures, many more things out of this workbook, and the workbook orchestrates the kind of learning activities that I've planned for you. This course doesn't use discussion boards. I don't really think discussion boards are that handy or useful for this type of a course, and this course does, on the other hand, use online exercises, which are short and concise and related to the whole array of reading and viewing materials, and are graded automatically and are repeatable. In fact, one of the things you're going to find about this class is just about everything is repeatable, because the way that I teach this course is in a mentoring capacity. You get a chance to learn and do, and then you turn things into me that reflect that learning and doing. I give you feedback, and then you get a chance to revise and resubmit. That's very much like a mentor would do, giving you something to do, watching how you perform it, and then evaluating it and giving you a chance to correct it. I think in many classes we have a little too much assessment in the way of quizzes and tests and one-time submitted assignments. I think it's much better if you get a chance to do things and you get some feedback from a person who presumably knows the subject matter better than you do, namely me in this case, and you get a chance to revise and reflect on what you've been corrected on and how the correct answer or the correct solution actually solves the problem, or at least answers the question a little bit better. A key element of this type of training materials and learning materials is the little symbol down at the lower right corner of this page, which is called a quick response code, or a QR code. It encodes the short URL that you see associated with it. And that URL is a redirector, and it quickly sends you to the location of the web resource, whether it's a video or some other form of web resource website. It sends you there, and it's accessible by way of a smart cell phone or a mobile computing device like an iPad or an iPod or a tablet computer. Those kind of devices can be equipped with software that's free to scan those codes and go immediately to the website. Alternatively, if you're using a traditional laptop or a desktop, you can manually enter the very short URL that's present. In fact, it's intended to be as short as possible, so you really don't have too much to enter if you want to access these web resources in that manual way. That's about all I'm going to say about these learning materials at this point. You can read through this introduction. If you're a student, you'll probably want to read through only the parts intended for students. If you're an instructor, you might find the information I put in the instructor's paragraphs of interest. You'll find that this type of learning material does a miraculous thing. It makes it possible for an instructor to teach a course that's fully online without having to set it up on a learning management system. Another advantage of this kind of materials for an instructor is that, of course, this is intended to be a print published work. Temporarily, it's provided in electronic form to my students in the summer of 2011. It goes to the publisher in July, and by the autumn term, it will be an inexpensive print form of workbook. That's why the QR codes are there, so that people will actually receive this in print form, the entire workbook, and be able to access all the web resources from a smart mobile device. That means, as an instructor, you don't have to worry about setting up everything on a learning management system. As a student, it means you don't have to grapple with a learning management system and go looking for any feedback the instructor provides. You'll find that in this course, part of the mechanism is feedback provided to you on a checklist document that carries your grades and the feedback and accumulates all of the feedback for all of the assignments for the entire term. That actually becomes what I call a course grade transcript, and at the end of the term it fully documents everything you've done, all the feedback, all your responses to it. It is in fact a complete record of everything that you've done in the course, and of course it computes and carries your course grade. So take a look. I think you'll find this kind of learning materials new and different, and I hope refreshing, and an easier way to learn the material of this course, which is of course the whole intent. Let's eliminate any kind of middleman, any kind of extraneous complexity in getting to the subject matter of a course. And with that having been said, let's begin right now.